welcome everybody. As you're coming in, we're going to invite you to come forward and please fill in rows. So we need the 6 seats in a row filled in. So please come forward and fill in the rows so that will work better for our ritual. So as the greeters, as you're letting people in, please invite them to come in and fill in the rows. So sitting all the way in the back by yourself, you're not going to be able to be part of the ritual. watching. They're watching you all and us and the room. Come on in, Philip. Over to Ryan Brown to get us started.
All right, it's that special time of year. It's the New Year's celebration here at CSL Dallas. That's right. Whether you're here at campus or online, we are so glad you're in community with us today, deep in the heart of Texas, connecting with kindred spirits around the world. And you are invited to explore or dive right into our powerful teachings, practices, mystical experiences, and heart-opening connections. And today is a special treat for you as we do our sacred burning bowl ritual. So if you're at home, make sure to get your piece of paper ready to write down your intention for 2025. So, let's get this party started by putting your hands together for the CSL Dallas Band and Music Team.
Come and celebrate a new day. Celebrate the beauty of the earth. Celebrate the wonder of rebirth. Come and celebrate a new day. Celebrate the beauty of the
Good morning. Happy New Year. I'm so happy to see all you beautiful faces here. And it's going to be a great day. Are you ready to do the ritual? Yes. I love fire, so I'm ready. So you will see the the events on the flyer that they passed out for January. But for now, we're going to have a song, and then we're going to have our practitioner, Cindy, take us in.
I am willing to open my heart. I am willing to be the change I wish to see. And I know that it's all love, 'cause I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me. I am willing to open my mind. I am willing to be the change I wish to see. And I know that it's all good, 'cause I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me.
I want you to go within. Go within to that indwelling spirit, that place where that little small voice exists within each of us. That place where the depths of unconditional love, the peace that passes all understanding, the joy, the creativity, the beauty, that spirit dwells within each of us. Knowing that as we come together today, we sit in that consciousness of spiritual truth, that consciousness that allows us to create the life that we want to live, that consciousness that we create that allows us to create a world that works for everyone, and that consciousness we create for the good of the planet, that holds us up during times of conditions that we don't quite understand. But we know that's not the truth of our being. That indwelling spirit, that little voice within, knows that love is present in all things. That love is present right now. And that consciousness we create lifts up those around us and the world. And so as we come together, we bless this time, we bless this space, we bless this new year, knowing that we're leaving behind that which doesn't serve us and taking in that spiritual truth that does. And so together, as we come together, we affirm that by saying, and so it is.
to be the change I wish to see. And I know that I can trust, 'cause I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me. 'Cause I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much to our music team and to Brad on the piano, as always. Thank you so much, Brad. Phew. 2024, is it nice to see it in the rearview mirror? Oh, man. Right? So personally and professionally and nationally and globally, all of the things that have gone on in 2024, some of it has been fabulous, right? With recovery from the pandemic, moving life forward, we've had births and marriages and all kinds of new businesses and all kinds of creation and all kinds of joy. And lots and lots and lots and lots of opportunity for growth, right? So Karen and I did this fabulous little 7-question assessment that comes from Mel Robbins' podcast, and it's the 7 questions you should ask yourself at the end of the year. And her point is, you can't look forward to the next year until you look back and actually see where you are in the moment, because you have to identify where you are so that you can decide not just where you're going to go, but how you're going to move forward, right? Are you going to, it's like deciding if you're going to go to New York from Dallas. Are you going to take the train? Are you going to take the plane? Are you in Dallas, or are you north of Dallas or south? Are you actually over in Fort Worth? All of these things will make a difference in how you proceed on the journey. And so the first part of the first question is, what are the highlights of 2024? And she recommends that you get your calendar and your photographs on your phone. Now, I'm not going to invite you to do that now, but I am going to invite you to do that today. Because I noticed that when Karen and I did this together, that I went all the, she said start in January, and I was like, oh, I forgot that happened. Oh, I forgot about that. Look at that, right? Because the pictures usually are of highlights and things that have gone on, and how much has often gone on in our lives that we actually have forgotten because it's so rich and full. Or maybe we look at our photographs and we go, wow, there actually aren't very many. That's also interesting information, right? And so I really invite you today, sometime today, to sit down with a friend, a partner, a family member, even with your whole family, and go back. But you might do it right now and see in just the next 30 seconds, what are the highlights that come forward in your own life? Notice what's top of mind. Because we've had some, haven't we? Yes. No matter how challenging life might have been, we've had highlights. So you know what the second question is, right? What are the challenges? What were the challenges that entered into your life in 2024 that either are still there, or maybe they were from a previous years and they're now coming to conclusion, or maybe they just showed up this year? Challenges. And I bet if I ask you that question, they come a little faster to your mind, don't they? Yeah. The third question I found really interesting, and that is, if you look at the highlights and you look at the challenges, what have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about yourself? So as I looked back on the highlights and the challenges of my own life this past year, what I learned about myself is I continue to be extraordinarily driven by responsibility. I continually am surprised at how much family is a number one value, even though on any personality test in the world, I come out with like pity points in relationships, social engagement. I'm such an introvert. But family is like all over my timeline. Yeah, really interesting. What did I learn about myself? That I am unwilling not to keep my word. That was something I learned about myself, that keeping my word is extraordinarily important to me. And I could see that I had done a lot of that, keeping my word. I also got to see that some things really hurt my heart. Yeah, and if I want to admit it publicly, I still have a tendency to take things personally. Don't you think at this age that should be healed by now? Apparently not, right? So I really got to look at these things. And so this is where we come to the burning bowl opportunity, right? To celebrate the things that we've learned, but also to ask ourselves, what lessons are we willing to be done with? Right? I am not of the opinion, and I have not experienced it in my own life, that it is a never-ending onion that you never heal. I have experienced healing of deep, personal, false beliefs. So I do not affirm that it's just a never-ending onion. And so we can at this moment say, I am done with learning that lesson. I no longer need to attract anything out of that false belief so I can learn the lesson again. Right? That might be something that we want to let go of. I also noticed how hard I had to work to not be afraid. Yeah, right? Not be afraid. And I am so unwilling to be afraid and to have that color my life that my fear is something that I continue to work to release. That might be on my flash paper today. So what lessons are you done with? Do you okay, I am so no longer going to be a space for this to be in my life? What belief maybe has been running underneath the challenges of your life that you're ready to be done with? What feeling that could be habitual? I noticed that for myself years ago, I had the astonishing revelation that my baseline feeling, if I'm not paying attention, is resentment. And it took me a while to understand that's what actually where my older feelings of overwhelm came from. Because I remember many burning bowls putting overwhelm in there. And because I kept releasing overwhelm, resentment was able to come forward. And then I started releasing resentment. I have so much less of it. I really notice it now when it actually comes up. And I'm like, no, I don't want to live from that place. Nope. You can go back where you came from. So it can be a habitual feeling, a habitual way of thinking about something, or a habitual thing that we continually draw to ourselves because we think somehow we still need to learn the lesson. Especially those things that were highlighted in this past year, 2024. So we're going to ask one last time, is there anyone who still needs a piece of flash paper? That would be me. If you still need a piece of flash paper, please raise your hand, and the ritual team is going to come around and give them to you. Thank you so much. And make sure you have a pen. You're going to need that as well. So what you might do is, if your neighbor has their hand raised, you might take your flash paper and tear it in half and give it to your neighbor. Who needs one? Does somebody still need one? Okay, if you have an extra, pass it out. The truth is, I can write a single letter on my flash paper and I know what I mean, right? I don't really have to write the whole word out. We don't have to write necessarily an entire sentence out. Surely we all know those things that we are done with. I do have another little half a piece if somebody wants it. Does somebody need it? Make sure we all have pieces of flash paper. If you're doing this at home and you don't have flash paper, please make sure you're using, when you burn it, please make sure that you don't burn it under your smoke detector. Okay? Please do not put anything in this bowl that isn't flash paper, because we do have sprinklers. And we have set off the alarm. Good enough, we haven't set off the sprinklers, but we have set off the alarm. So that's why we use only flash paper. Yeah. So here's the deal. We think releasing is so hard. Oh, I can't let go of it. Well, we can't let go of it because we keep saying, I can't let go of it. Letting go and releasing is as effortless and as simple as imagining that you have a tennis ball in your hand that you've been carrying around for a really long time, and you let it go. The problem is when we do this, we drop the tennis ball, it bounces, and we grab it again. Over and over and over again. We drop it, it bounces, and we grab it again, thinking that because it has bounced back towards us, it is ours. It is not. When you drop a tennis ball and it bounces, if you will not pick it up, that bounce will get smaller and smaller, and eventually it'll dribble away somewhere over in the corner, and you'll be done with it. It's as simple as releasing the tennis ball and not pulling it back in. All right. So we're going to begin by just closing our eyes and seeing what's come forward as we've talked here for a moment. What has come forward? What thought, feeling, belief, experience, ongoing thing is going on that we are going to drop as effortlessly as we drop that tennis ball? Take a moment, close your eyes. At home, make sure you have a pen as well. And when you're ready, write in the smallest of letters, or just the first letter of 10 words, or maybe it's one word. Write it on your flash paper. You can write it on the front, you can write it on the back. Get it out. Get it out of your heart, get it out of your mind, get it out of your pen and onto the paper. All right, and we're going to invite our music team to come on up here and Brad to come up to the piano. The music team, as you come forward, if you would add your flash paper. The ritual team is going to release you in a moment as they are coming through the rows so that we have a lovely opportunity for everyone to put their flash paper into the bowl. So we're going to sing this chant. I'm going to invite you to really feel yourself into the chant. Chant it all the way through. Chant it even when you're done, when you've put your flash paper in here. Chant it for the people that still are coming up to put their flash paper in. And allow this chant not only to become your words, but let it become our words collectively as we release this into the bowl so that we can burn up 2024. So I'm going to ask the ritual team, are you starting from the back or the front? Okay, so they're starting from the back, so you just watch your ritual team. They have the black shirts and the beautiful colored stoles on. They will release you row by row to come up here and just put your paper in the burning bowl.
Step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I surrender, oh I surrender. I surrender. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, my soul. I step into the flow and then I let it go.
Let it bounce. Let it bounce. Let it bounce. Right? Now, we're going to sing a brand new song. No, it's not a brand new song. It's new to some of us. We're going to sing after we do the burning bowl. This is called Right Here, Right Now, written by Michael Gott. Many of you have been around for a long time. You will remember it. Some of you don't know it. So we're going to sing it a good number of times through so that those of you who don't know it can hop on board. All right? So I think what we'll do is we'll let the music team sing it one time through first, and then I'll ask you to stand, all right? And we'll join in. But they're going to give us the crescendo to start out with as we burn away 2024. Are you ready? I step into the flow, and then I let it go. I open my heart, my body, and my soul.
Right here, right now, wanna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, wanna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive. It's done of me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive. It's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Let's say that again. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive. It's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right where I am. Right here, right now, where I am. Right where I am. Right here, right now, where
Thank you. You may be seated. All right, so that is the introduction to our theme for 2025. Right here, right now, create. Okay, so we're so busy thinking about manifesting something larger in our lives. And many of us are super busy thinking about what we have to improve, what we have to fix. We are so busy often thinking about what has happened in the past that is holding us back that we forget that we are made in the image and likeness of the divine. And what does that mean? What that means is we are made to be creators. Universe is not made in our image and likeness, thank God, right? Although humanity has done that now for thousands of years, but that's a part of the development of human consciousness. If you are a student of the Old Testament, if you've taken my Old Testament from a metaphysical point of view class, we've talked about in just that 3,000 to 5,000 year period of time in the Old Testament that comes out of the Hebrew Bible, we actually see the development of human spirituality from animism through polytheism into monotheism and into what we practice today, which is a radical monism. Yeah. And we can see that development. If we travel around the world, we can see the development from indigenous people who are so close to the earth, who recognize that spirit is everywhere, through the removal of God to something out there, all the way back to where we are today, panentheism, spirit without and within. The highest God and the innermost God is one God. Basically a translation of the quantum field, which is absolutely everywhere and of which we are all a part. Right? And so we see this ongoing development. And as humanity has developed brain-wise, from the reptilian brain to the limbic brain to the cerebral cortex, along with that has come our emotional intelligence, our development to understand not only our physicality through science, but our emotionality and our psyche through philosophy and psychology into an entirely new understanding of spirituality. And this is the move from anthropomorphizing God to remembering that the greatest mystics reminded us we're made in its image and likeness. And so when we contemplate this idea that we're made in its image and likeness, do you see, there's no being one with God or one with spirit. There's actually no gap that we're trying to overcome. So often we think our spiritual practice is so that we can become more spiritual. We do our spiritual practice so that we can find and reach cosmic consciousness. No. You are made in the image and likeness of that already. This is the final move in our stages of consciousness. For those of you who have taken classes here and you know about the 4 states and stages of consciousness, the 4th stage of consciousness is that state that says, I know who and what I am. I am a creator. I am someone who recognizes that my life is here to create. Do you see? And this is where, something really also really interesting is, you know what the number one word that Webster Dictionary has said is the number one word for 2024? You might be surprised, maybe not. It's manifest. The number one word, which is great, right? We teach manifestation as the 2nd state or stage of consciousness. It's the first thing you learn how to do is to manifest. But to recognize that one is a creator is very different or beyond, bigger than simply manifesting individual moments or experiences or things. To become clear that we are creators means that we understand that what we do in our spiritual work is literally work with the Play-Doh of cosmic consciousness. We are literally rearranging the molecules that are emerging out of the quantum field, moving them from their habitual way of coming back into physicality to a higher vibration, to a greater realization, to a higher resonance with spiritual truth. We are creators, not just manifestors. And we're not just manifesting something for our future. We're not just wanting to focus on, the world that works for everyone that we sort of kind of believe in, but wonder if it's ever really going to be possible, right? Which keeps it all the way out there in the future somewhere. Someday, someday we'll heal racism and sexism and all the other isms. Someday we'll take care of our planet. Someday we'll heal greed. Someday. I'm going to work toward that day. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Let's stop. Let's create it today. Right here, right now, create. Yes, right? And we have become perilously tied in New Thought and the Science of Mind with this idea of manifestation to the economic engine of acquisition, acquiring stuff, acquiring ability, money, things that we can do. It's important to be able to manifest things when we need or want them, of course. But do you see, that's only the first part of the story. Right here, right now, create is inviting us to create life, our lives, to create a life as if we were standing in front of a painting, creating a masterpiece. Or, as I did yesterday with my granddaughter, finger painting, hanging it on the refrigerator. Look what we created. She loved it. I loved it. And I loved it not only because of the outcome, but because of the process of creation. Do you see? Creating with my granddaughter. Karen sat down with us, got her fingers all in there, and we were like, then we spilled the blue. So what? We were creating a moment. We were creating an experience. We were creating family and joy and laughter and beauty and an ability and a moment for my granddaughter to understand that when that got spilled, nobody was in trouble. All we did was clean it up. That's why I have a glass table. I know about little ones. I have glass tables. Just wipe it up. No big deal. Do you see? We want to move beyond just manifesting the next thing we think we need, but to create a life. And to create a life means we create consciousness. Creating consciousness starts with knowing who and what we are. We are made to be creators, not just manifestors, not just people who acquire stuff. Although stuff's great, and I love to have enough stuff and enough money that I can travel, of course, but not as the end. Do you see? But as part of creating a life, and one that contributes, and one that makes a difference, not only in my own life, but in other people's lives. All of our lives touch others. Are we creating things that go beyond just our own personal needs? The manifestation that I need, the healing or the money or the job or the home or the partner. Yes, great, have all of that. But remember, that's a part of creating a life. And when we create lives, we are creating that opportunity for us to be that creator, to give the gift that we are, and to make that contribution. So throughout today, we have some beautiful quotes about creation that our ritual team has found. And so we're going to hear what they and other people say, about creation. But before we do that, I have a quote. Start with a quote. This is from Ernest Holmes. Mind is the realm of causes. Conditions are the realm of effects. Effects flow from causes and not from themselves. Thought is the instrument of mind. New thoughts create new conditions. We must learn to think in the absolute. This means to think independently of any given or experienced effect. So here are some other thoughts from Tina and Sharon. Come on up here.
To desire to create is one of the deepest yearnings of the human soul. By Dieter F. Uchtdorf. The creative process is the result of some activity of thought in mind, whether it is God's thought, your thought, or my thought. Ernest Holmes. And another beautiful quote from Ernest Holmes: all thought is creative according to the impulse, emotion, or conviction behind the thought. By Ernest Holmes again.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker, love that one. Trust yourself. Create the kind of self that you would be happy to live with all of your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into the flames of achievement. Golda Meir. Every story I create creates me. I write to create myself. Octavia Butler.
And here comes Sammy.
Your word is the power that you have to create, by Miguel Ruiz. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see the real you, or what you have been conditioned to believe is you? The two are so different. One is an infinite consciousness capable of being and creating whatever it chooses. The other is an illusion imprisoned by its own perceived limitations. David Icke. Every thought we think is creating our future. Louise Hay.
Happy New Year. I am unwritten. You can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning. The pen's in my hand. Ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance. So close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Treat yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with eyes wide open till it ends. Where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Y'all know the song. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are far out of line. Yeah, we've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live life that way. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance. So close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it is still unwritten. The rest 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 is still unwritten.
So here we have Cindy, Dan, and Tom to read some more quotes for us.
Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Robert Kiyosaki. To create something from nothing is one of the greatest feelings, and I would wish it upon everybody. Prince. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. The master teacher, Buddha.
It is better to create than to learn. Creating is the essence of life. Julius Caesar. The power for creating a better future is contained in the present moment. You create a good future by creating a good present. Eckhart Tolle. I create a world of peace within me by being the expression of love that I am. And I created that one.
You were meant to be here right now, so make the most of it. Ken Perot. There is no right time, there is only right now. Mel Robbins. One of my quotes, I create my world one conversation at a time.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So a huge amount of gratitude for our ritual team. You'll hear a few more quotes. We'll be putting them out on Facebook so that you can see them. It's really interesting when we talked about this and asked to have quotes about creation, how easy it was to find quotes about creativity and being creative, like as an artist. And so many of us have learned very early that we don't have that kind of creativity. And so we walk around saying, well, I'm not creative. I'm not creative. Except that's what we teach. And you can't get away from the fact that we're creators, right? So the ritual team has done an amazing job to move away from creativity like it's an artistic expression. This isn't about the arts. This is about life and the act of creation, which is different than having an artistic talent. So we want to make friends with our creation and our identity as creators. So now it's time to take a look at 2025. You all have a card, a lovely little card that you received. You know, we always give you something that you can hang on your refrigerator, put on your altar. I've forgotten what it says, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to borrow Cindy's, because thank you so much. So 2025 is a year of creation. And you'll notice there's two statements on here. One, right here, right now, I create my life. right here, right now, I create for everyone and all life, because we understand that locally and globally go together, right? And that we don't want to just be solely focused on our own life, but we also don't want to solely be focused on everybody else's life and forget about us. So I'm going to ask Brad if you would come up here to the piano. If you could come up to the piano. We might need to get him out of the back, please. So we're going to give you a few minutes, and I want you to just take a moment to close your eyes. We have this empty spaciousness, this unwritten book in front of us of our life today. Just breathe into the space that we've created. We've created space by burning up last year. We've created space by burning up that which we're releasing. Cleo sang that beautiful song, "This coming year is unwritten." So as we close our eyes and open our hearts, as we've stepped into the flow, opening our mind, our heart, our soul, our bodies. If we say right here, right now, I create my life, what will you create in 2025? Right here, right now, I create for everyone and all life. What will you create in 2025? Might be a feeling, a new thought. It might be outpictured as a specific direction, a newness. But it is the intentional creation that at the end of 2025, you look back at it and you can stand in front of a masterpiece. So as you take some time to reflect, I'm going to give you a few moments to write what it is that you create in your life in 2025 and what it is that you create for all life in 2025. taking another 30 seconds or so to finish up what you're writing. So just inviting you to bring it to a close. Thank you so much, Brad. I know you've written beautiful things. So we're going to anchor those in right now. I'm going to invite you to stand right where you are. Stand right where you are with your piece of paper. And I'm going to invite you to turn to your neighbor beside you. Say maybe somebody behind you, maybe somebody in front of you. You're going to say to 3 people, but you're not going to move from your seat, right? So right there where you are, to 3 people, you're going to say what you wrote. You're going to say right here, right now, I create my life with spontaneity, freedom, joy, and possibility. And then you're going to say, right here, right now, I create for everyone in all life trust and determination that good must reveal itself regardless of politics. And so, and then the other person is going to say it back to you, right? 3 times, and when you're done and you've done it 3 times, please just sit down. That's how we'll know. And I know you want to say it a lot of times, but please, only 3. So let's anchor it in. When you say it each time, feel it being anchored in, okay? So go. Home, just go ahead and say it to anybody who's in your room with you. Go ahead and sit down. As you've shared with 3 people, go ahead and sit down. All right, and as you've said it to your 3 people, go ahead and sit down so we know when everybody is complete. Karen and Gary, if you guys are going to come up. All right, that sounded like that was a lot of fun, a lot of energy in the room, right? So, yes, to keep anchoring it in, inviting you to, as I said, put it on your refrigerator, put it next to the vision board if you were in Ryan's beautiful Vision Quest event the other night, or with whatever vision board you've created, put it on your altar. These are the things that I leave up all year so that I remember, because by around June, it's not so present, and by September, I've completely forgotten if it's not in front of me, right? So make sure that you place this somewhere where you can read it. And if you decide over the course of the year that you want to modify it, please feel free. It's really okay. These are your words and your intention and commitment to what you are creating in 2025. So Karen and Gary are going to share with us some beautiful other quotes.
You can always have the life you want. Dare to create it. Layla Gifty Akita. I create my life first with thoughts and beliefs, then with action. The world I see is the world I create. And the last 2 were mine.
I create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Roy T. Bennett. Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy. Do what you can create. Roy T. Bennett. It is better to create than to learn. The more you practice, the better you are, the more freedom you have to create. The power of creating a better future is contained in the present moment. You create a good future by creating a good present. Thanks.
So lots of opportunities for creation, lots of inspiration, and continuing to recognize that we are creative. We're going to learn a new piece of music created by our own William Dunn.
I'm not just dreaming, I'm creating fire, breaking the mold, lifting higher. No limits, no fear, I'm making my way. Unstoppable force, today's my day. I choose my vibe, I change my face. Stepping in strong, my life I create. New year, new me, I'm blazing a trail, creating being, I'm bound to prevail. I claim my power, I set myself free, living bold, living wild, this is me. I'm not just wishing, I'm being divine, carving my path that's fully mine. Oh, my greatness, watch me ignite, unlimited potential, I'm taking flight. This is my year, the world will see. Amazing's not enough, I'm infinity. New year, new me, I'm blazing a trail, creating being, I'm bound to prevail. I claim my power, I set myself free, living bold, living wild, this is me. I'm not just wishing, I'm being divine, carving my path that's fully mine. Oh, my greatness, watch me ignite, unlimited potential, I'm taking flight. This is my year, the world will see. Amazing's not enough, I'm infinity. Yeah. New year, new me, I'm blazing a trail, creating being, I'm bound to prevail. I claim my power, I set myself free, living bold, living wild, this is me. Religion, I'm the spark, I'm the way. year, new me. I'm blazing a trail, creating being. I'm bound to prevail. I claim my power. I set myself free. Living bold, living wild. This is me. New year, new me. I'm blazing a trail, creating being. I'm bound to prevail. I claim my power. I set myself free. Living bold, living wild. This is me. New year, new me. I'm blazing a trail, creating being. I'm bound to prevail. I claim my power. I set myself free. Living bold, living wild. This is me. I'm the vision. I'm the spark. I like the way I own the dark. This is my year. It's time to shine. The year, new me. It's all mine. I'm the vision. I'm the spark. I like the way I own the dark. This is my year. It's time to shine. The year, new me. It's all mine. I'm the vision. I'm the spark. I like the way I own the dark. This is my year. It's time to shine. The year, new me. It's all mine.
Yay! Thank you to our music team and to Brad, and thank you to Willeen Dunn. All right, you may be seated. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so thinking that, and then you think, well, Willeen did that. She's a poet. I'm not creative. Okay, how many of you went there? You don't have to raise your hand, but you might want to think about it. So, to dispel any myths about whether or not we are, in fact, creative, we are going to be creators right here, right now. So for those of you who are at home, I'm going to give you a prompt in a moment, and I'm going to tell you all what you're going to be doing. But right now, we're going to talk to the people who are in the room. So here's what's going to happen. First of all, I'm assuming that the ritual team has figured out where everybody's sitting and how this is going to work. Peggy and the ritual team are brilliant at this. They know exactly where it starts, where it ends, all that sort of thing, which basically in groups of 6. So if you have an empty chair in your row, or you're not a full group of 6, you're just going to do however many you've got. But we do have some empty chairs if you want to fill them in. I know you guys have figured out what to do with all the people sitting around the edges, so I'm just completely trusting the process. So every row is going to get a piece of paper. And on the top of the piece of paper, there's going to be written a sentence, a prompt. And then that piece of paper is going to have numbers 1 through 6 down the side. Okay? So you'll also notice that the paper has folds in it. So the person who is the first person in the row is going to see the prompt. The very first prompt on one of the pages is right here, right now, I create my life. Okay, that's for you at home. Right here, right now, I create my life. Now, don't do anything yet, because I'm going to teach you how to do this. So person number 1, you get the prompt, whatever the prompt is, and you're going to write the next line, whatever goes next, you're going to write it by number 1. And then before you pass your paper on, you're going to fold that top over so that the person that you pass it to only sees what you wrote. Number 2, you're going to respond to the line that you see, and you're going to cover up line number 1. You're going to fold it again. And the person number 3 is only going to see, do you see? The pattern is when you receive the paper, you only see the one previous line. Does that make sense? Yes? And so at the end, person number 6, right? And if you've only got 5 people, don't worry, you won't have a 6th line on it, won't matter. You'll have a paper that looks like this. And at the bottom of the paper, it will say verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And don't worry about that. The ritual team will come and collect your paper, and they will put them together in the appropriate way. Those of you at home, right, you are going to do the same thing. You're going to take the prompt that I gave you right here, right now. I create my own life, and you're going to write it down. And then you're going to write your next line, and you're going to cover the first line up. And you're going to only look at the second line, and you're going to write your third line, and you're going to cover the second line up, and then you're going to write your fourth line, right? You only see one line at a time. And when you're complete, you're going to hold your paper up, and the ritual team is going to collect it, and they are going to organize it for us. All right? Clear as mud, right? If you have any questions, raise your hand. The ritual team will come around and help you. I will do the same. So, does everybody have their pieces at the beginning of wherever their beginnings are? They're under the chair. Is that what it is? Okay, so everybody's got it. You figured out what we're doing back there. So please begin. Okay, please respond to your prompt, fold it over, pass it to the next person. So I'm going to invite you to remain silent for the rest of the group who is, if you're not trying to write, I'm just going to ask you to hold consciousness and remain silent so that people can think about what they're doing. All right, so let's not chat. Yeah, just letting the practitioners hold consciousness for everybody. Breathing. Take your time, there's no rush. We're settling into the creative space, can you tell? Just settle in, let it be what it is. Some rows are starting to complete. If you just raise your hand, a ritual team member will come around and will pick up what your row has completed. There is no urgency. It's a lovely, rich space. I see that there are rows continuing to be finished. Don't hesitate to raise your hand if you need somebody to come pick up your clipboard. If you don't have 6 people in your row, it's okay if there's only 5. Yeah. So how many rows do we still have working? We've got one that can be picked up here. How many rows do we still have working? Just a few. No rush. Just I don't want to start talking until you're done. Okay. Are we feeling complete? Feels like we're... All right. So while the ritual team is doing their magic, let me ask you, what's going through your mind and your heart, having been invited to participate in this? What? Love it. Great. Gratitude for anything in particular? Beautiful. Thanks. A perfect start for the new year. Joy and love for this community. Thank you so much. I saw a hand way back there. Excitement for? Wonderful. Okay. Curiosity. Great. Okay. New year, new me, right? Hopeful. I love that. So let's focus in on the moment of being asked to write a line on a piece of paper that you knew people were writing before you, and they were going to write after you. Tell me how that's been. Trust the process. Good. What else? Connecting, feeling responsible. Curious. Scared. Scary. Yeah, right? Be a great leader. Thoughtful. A part of. Anxious. Positive energy. Oneness. Feeling confident. Contributing. Trusting the flow. Inspiration. Being present. Synergy. Ooh, I love that word. I love that. I love all these words. All right, so now let me ask you this question. Are you walking around in your life as a creator, feeling those words? Sometimes, thank you for the honesty. Sometimes. And sometimes we undercut, right? I do this exercise all the time, and the very first thing that comes up is, ugh, I don't have anything to contribute. The second thing that comes up is, what? You think, does it have to rhyme? I'm just not good at that. And then I have to do my spiritual work. Wait. Trust the process, trust the flow, be confident, let it go, right? Let my creativity flow. It's my sentence after all. I can say whatever I want, right? And then we do the work. If we're not in that moment, feeling all those beautiful words, right? And this is the joy and power of being in community. We feel safe, right? We feel supported. We know that something good is going to come out of all of this, or it wouldn't make you do it, right? And so there's a sense not only of trusting the process, but trusting each other, trusting the experience. We've had these experiences for years, and there's always something valuable that happens, right? And if you're like me, sometimes I worry that I'm not going to have that same experience out in the world. Except that if I'm a light worker, I bring that with me. I'm not waiting for it. And I'm not requiring someone else to provide it for me. Right? That's what it means. So often we say spiritual practice, and we think that means, I have to meditate in the morning, I have to do my spiritual mind treatment, I need to make sure I have a vision board, do my affirmations. All of that is formal spiritual practice. Informal spiritual practice is in the moment bringing forward the spiritual truth or chutzpah or power or openness that we need in the moment. Do you see? And then we are actually contributing to whatever is going on around us, as opposed to allowing it to contribute to us, which may not be what we want to let in. And we don't want to be activating false feelings and false beliefs, right? So when we say right now, right here, right now, I create, in the moment, I create how I'm going to experience the moment. Do you see? In the moment, I create the conversation. In the moment, I create my response. In the moment, I create my action. In the very moment. And the more we have to draw on in terms of our formal spiritual practices, in terms of our community, whether we're online or in person, in terms of all the ways in which we fed ourselves, the more we have to draw on. Do you see? The more quickly, the more fully, the more centered we are in the moment, and we create that moment as a microcosm of our life, right? Not just some big event or big manifestation or big new thing. Moment by moment, right here, right now, create. Do you see? Yeah. That's what it's all about. Beyond everything else, that's what it's about. Because then we are spirit in form, creating. So let's see what we've created together. Here comes Cindy and Linda to share with us what we've created together.
And we know it's beautiful and perfect. Right here, right now, create a more dedicated approach to religion. Love and patience with myself and others. Peaceful existence for all, and live their authentic to live their authentic lives. The courage to be ourselves every day, and courage for others to accept it and embrace it. The ability to see and act on the oneness in everyone, regardless of seeming differences. Co-create a life to love. Co-create a life to give joy. Create a life of peace. I have the power to create peace with my thoughts and actions. I create unconditional love starting from within. I create a better servant to the community. I create a better relationship to myself. Made in the image and likeness of the Creator, I am part of this perfect whole and create in every moment. With every thought, I create my life and contribute to the universe. I create a reason to celebrate and give thanks. I create a life filled with love. I create love of all and all around. As Spirit creates, I create as me. Right here, right now. I create a better life. I create room to grow. I create room for opportunities. I create abundant joy. I create financial freedom. I create all the time. A world that works for everyone and a life that works for me. I show up as joy, peace, and strength. I am ready for new me, creating peace, love, and a successful life. Right here, right now, and tomorrow, I will live my best life and share it with the world. Right here, right now, I will follow beauty and inspire joy. Humanity has the power to create. Where the focus goes, the energy flows. 10,000 times kindness comes among us. Spiritual awakening is happening right here and right now. Authentic, peaceful, healthy, happening right now.
Still stand here. So as you can see, these are poems that have been put together of all 6 stanzas.
Continue?
Yep.
Right here, right now, create. I create an amazing life for myself and others. I help others have an amazing life through empathy, support, and understanding. By realizing all are seeing love. Love is a gift you can give freely to everyone. Love is a gift you can also receive from everyone. It is free to grow and receive, so be generous. Creating a connected world and freedom.
Financial freedom.
And financial freedom. Travel and inspire others. Co-create a life to love, embracing joy each and every day, letting laughter light each day, open hearts to love, accept and embrace all. Live the example of being an open heart for all I encounter. As a heart-centered, divine spirit, I love, connect, and heal everyone I touch. Made in the image and likeness of the Creator, I am a divine expression of spirit. I allow myself to let the divine shine in me in all that I do and speak. I know that I am light. I will shine brightly and deliberately. Today and every day, I create magnificent ideas that manifest outrageously, and I celebrate my creations. Today I know who I am. I create love, wholeness, and peace in each moment. As I turn into the universal oneness of consciousness to fill my joy. As Spirit creates, I create as me. I am created whole, healthy, and complete. Always grounded in the truth of who I am I am the creator of my life. In joy, in love, in peace, and all that's good. I create a life that is perfect for me, a foundation where I can best serve from. Every moment contains possibility. Create with love. I create all the time, a safe space for love, healing, and growth. Growth and joy through songs, poem, and thoughtful prose. Feeling empowered, express and share my creative words with others. Wanting to also feel empowered to express and to become more organized and clutter-free in mind and on the physical plane. Becoming the light in life, one heart and soul. Be inspiration, be love, be hope. To help the ones who need to be loved and need hope too. Humanity has the power to create. Humanity can do whatever folks desire. We are all one in mind and spirit. We love anyone else as we love ourselves spiritually. This is a universal truth. Divinity is abundance.
I'm going to take the whole set just so they can keep you from being confused.
And just before I read this one, if there's any that we didn't pick up in the audience, could you raise your hand so that we can make sure it's included? I just want to make sure. Okay. Right here, right now, create a loving, peaceful acceptance. Satisfaction with here and now. I accept what is and hold space for what is to be. I trust the process and know that Spirit guides me. I am open to receive all the amazingness I am worthy of, so worthy of. Co-create a life to love. All people everywhere, unconditionally. Happiness, love, and acceptance, peace. Courage, self-love, and a positive self-image. Adventure, security, and beauty. Made in the image and likeness of the Creator in lots of compassion. Realizing my personal power. Demonstrating my personal power and belief in possibilities. Holding a presence for my fellows to be created. We create together a loving, peaceful, thoughtful world. We create together in a spirit of harmony, cooperation, collaboration, kindness, understanding, joy, and peace. We are all one. As Spirit creates, I create as me. I create a loving environment for myself and others. I create peace and camaraderie for everyone I meet. We walk in love and hold each other's spirits dear. We flow divine love and banish fear. Love is always here. Our hearts, our mind, full of light. We think past our differences and come together as one on common ground. I create all the time. It is up to me to create joyful abundance. I am already in the love in my life. I am secure and safe in every area of my life. I am positive and thoughtful in my life. Right here, right now, I joyfully claim my power. Humanity has the power to create and guide my own spiritual world. With loving compassion for myself and others, I create a life that brings joy, wellness, peace, and prosperity. I create an inner harmony and joy and share it with others. Right here, right now, I create self-happiness within and a smile to those at me.
Right here, right now, create the life you know you deserve in every way and every day. Unity, support, acceptance, and love. A space where everyone feels accepted, respected, and safe. Co-create a life to love with love, passion, and faith. with courage, strength, and joy. Freedom, happiness, and harmony. Joy, peace, and love. Love, patience, health, and happiness. I create a wonderful life for me and all those around me. Made in the image and likeness of the Creator, I am a fearless person. I am grateful. I am extraordinary. I am the light that can lift up other souls. I am the spark to a smokeless flame. I am the beacon full of pure love and joy, and you are the same. As Spirit creates, I create as me. Beauty, goodness, love, peace in my life. I want to create peace around me and pass it along to others in my life. Love, harmony, contentment, and joy, exclamation point. I am greatness, exclamation point. I am stubborn. I am more than I imagined myself to be, and I love me. I create all the time with anticipation of the most good, the quality of relationships. Wellness is the key. Humanity has the power to create. Through our actions, we are able to create positive outcomes in ours and other people's lives. Because we are curious creatures, we are powerful. Inner power births from the belief that we are. Faith is belief. Creating a faith that is seen, shared amongst the unknowing, will be the kind of faith people can pass on. Let love in all be all the time.
Right here, right now, create fulfillment, spiritual embodiment, nurturing, listening carefully and fully, understanding what is being said and not said. Co-create a life to love, intentionality, health, consistency, spirituality, wellness, loving partnership.
And now a segue into the final quotes that you've been hearing about. So we've done.
Just hang on just a second. So how was it to listen to your words? Could it have been an extended spiritual mind treatment? Right? Yeah. No words left out. Your words not left out. Your heart, your soul is a part of it, right? And so what we notice is that not only are we right here, right now, creating our own individual lives, we're constantly creating with others. And we don't always have to know what they're doing, right? And we don't always have to have it be perfectly in alignment with what somebody else is doing. And yet it comes together in a whole. So we're constantly creating. And when we are intentional about it, like we were just now, we create powerful moments of truth. I really want us to anchor that in as we begin 2025. You will see these, we'll write them up and we'll post them out over time so that you'll see your words in print as well. So just invite you to breathe it in. Yes, as Linda now shares these last quotes.
The most authentic thing about us is our capacity to create, to overcome, to endure, to transform, to love, and to be greater than our suffering, by Ben Okri. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. Victor Hugo. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. We want to take a moment to say an enormous thank you to our ritual team. Could you please all stand up so everybody can see you? Yeah, ritual team. Let's have the ritual team stand up, right? They're amazing and wonderful, and it is so great to thank you so much and for everything. So this is our opportunity to really kick off the new year with our abundance and prosperity. We have an opportunity to give an offering to CSLDallas in support of being a place that is co-creating. So if we could invite the greeters to come forward, please. We're going to have an opportunity to share of that creation, the creations that we ourselves are constantly involved in, knowing that as we share our good, we are co-creating with CSLDallas and with each other a year of prosperity and abundance. And so we're going to start with, we already did that. We're going to start with our abundance affirmation. If you would repeat after me, or not after me, with me, sorry. I live in an abundant universe. Abundance is our birthright. Nothing and no one can hinder the flow of abundance. Prosperity flows from the source of all through many channels into my life, into CSLDallas, and into the lives of all people everywhere. And so it is. Yeah, right? And so we truly thank you for your abundant support, your generous support here to CSLDallas. There's lots of ways to give money. You can text give. You can do giving on our website. PayPal and Venmo are also available through our website. Lots of ways in which you can contribute. You can, of course, always just put cash or a check in the mail or in the basket. It certainly does save us all of those credit card fees. And so while the baskets are being passed and we're having an opportunity to share of our abundance, I do have a few things to remind you of. So the first thing is to hang on. I think there is one more announcement. Anyway, so the first announcement, I'm hoping that you have this, you guys, is that I'm doing a workshop this coming Sunday, right here, right now, Create. We're going to go diving a little bit more deeply into this theme and spend some time in meditation and spiritual practice and visioning and a deeper understanding of what it is we're creating this year. So you're going to want to sign up. You're going to want to bring your card that you wrote today. If you were here today, it's not a requirement for you to have been here today, but we'd love to have you join me next Sunday, 1 to 3:30, as we continue to anchor in that we are creating our lives in 2025. Also, to invite you to Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. The class, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. Our spiritual coach, Carol Merlot, is offering this 5-week sort of introductory foundational course to Science of Mind and what we do here at CSLDallas. It's a transformative online course, and it's starting Monday, January 6th. From 7 to 9:30 Central Time, so you can take it wherever you are. And it's really an opportunity to gain a greater understanding of the basic metaphysical principles and how to apply them in your life, looking at our conditions and moving into cause. Change your thinking, change your life. So visit CSLDallas and the events page or the education page. Also, we want to remind you, because it's New Year's Day, and a lot of people were out late last night, and we had this beautiful event today. There is no Wednesday night meditation tonight. Please continue to enjoy your New Year's Day. And we're back in session on Wednesday nights next Wednesday. So we've had a nice little break over the holiday. It only happens once every 7 years when Christmas and New Year's falls on these particular, on a Wednesday. So we'll see you again next Wednesday. All right, so with that, we've said thank you to our ritual team. Thank you to our beautiful Glenda, Cleo, Stephanie. I know that you're Stephanie, I know that, and Josie, but I don't have it written down, and it's always when there's a list and I don't have it written down. And Josie and Brad, thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you to our AV team and our staff for making this a fabulous New Year's. So we want to wish you a prosperous, joy-filled, loving, creative 2025. We want to support you in community classes and events and programs that allow us to walk through this creative process together. It is so lovely to be in community. We'll close with our fabulous song, inviting you to stand. I'm choosing heaven today. Join us for cookies.